Bye-bye.
Oh my God. Hey y'all, I need to figure out how to flip this camera. Oh, here we go. Hey. Damn it, I don't know how much longer I have on this phone and how long this tag will. Hold on, let me see. Hey. Hold on. Nope, I don't want to end the video. Okay, so I want to talk about a death in Miami. My friend Shannon. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get my... Hold on. I wonder how much juice I have on this phone. My friend Shannon just lost her... Oh, there we go. My friend Shannon. I know it's sideways. My friend Shannon just lost her cousin in Miami. Her cousin went to Doll International or Doll... Hold on, she just tagged me on the... Let me look on my IG so I can get it right. And then I just heard about another girl that another friend of mine know. I was trying to call her so I can get the story, but my friend Rakia know the girl that just died in DR. That is like horrible. Apparently she's a Harlem girl. Name a pro or con. Okay, hold on. Let me go. Let me find out. Let me flip so I can get you guys in. Wait, shit. Cindy, what are you doing? Hold on. I'm losing my damn mind. So I'm in St. Louis. I am traveling. But I wanted to talk about these deaths because people always think like, okay, it's called Doll's Plastic Surgery Miami. Oh, there she is. Hey, Shannon. So everybody, Miss Diamonds and Pearls just lost her cousin. So please, when you see this live, offer your condolences to her and her family. Hold on. I need to do one more thing. I need to get on. Then I'll be ready. What the... one more thing. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Trying to get me together. Here we go. Hey. Okay. Ta-da. Yay. Okay. Because I'm going to do Snatch Life. I'm going to try to do two lives at the same time. At the same damn time. Okay, let me put it here so I won't look so freaking crazy. Okay. I think it will last. I think it will stay. I think it will hold. No. Okay. Hey, Snatch Life, everybody. So I want to talk like my friend Shannon. You know, I'm going to have to hold one of these phones. Okay. So my friend Shannon. Let me take off these glasses because I can't see. Okay. So my friend Shannon just lost her cousin in Miami. Her cousin went to Doll's. Damn, I just said the name. What the hell is it, Shannon? Shannon, what is it? Doll's Plastic Surgery in Miami. And her cousin was like not feeling well and was having like problems breathing. Anyway, she ended up dying what I think could be like an blood clots. Because she did not have they didn't give heparin shots. So it's weird. From talking to Shannon like a couple days ago that I realized that you don't get heparin shots in Miami. And so as I was talking to Shannon today about the heparin shots, like her cousin not getting the heparin shots, I decided to call Savon because you guys all know Savon, like everyone in Snatch Life, that Savon had her surgery in Miami. So I called Savon to find out if she had gotten heparin shots. And she was like, what's that? So Miami doesn't give you heparin shots after fucking surgery? That seems so weird. When DR, you get like what? A series of like 7 to 10? So if you're going to Miami, and people always think like surgery is better in Miami, but clearly not. And I decided to come home because like, you know, this woman is like 3 degrees of separation from me. Like, not even that. Shit, like Shannon is like 1 degree. And to think that like her family member passed from like having surgery in Miami, that just seems a little too close to home. So it's not just DR that people are dying. Oh, I thought a girl from Harlem died in Dominican Republic, but I just lied. She apparently died in Colombia. and I don't know the cause of that death. She knows my friend Rakia in Harlem, so I'm going to call Rakia and find out if she knows, like, how the girl passed. And I thought that the girl in surgery room would have said something about it because it said death. I believe she died in Cali, but she hasn't said anything. So that is insane. That's like horrible, that we're losing anyone. But this goes to show you that it doesn't matter where you guys are having the surgery, that you still need to take precautions, and like, it's a risk. Every time we go under the knife, it's a 50-50. Just pray to God, like, look, I ain't done playing around yet, so I hope you're not ready for me, because I would be a shitty fucking angel, so don't fucking take me. And that's going to be my prayer. There's, what's your name? King Naiji? King Naiji? I know you're trying to reach out to me on IG. You're in DR. Something happened with Luis Fuentes. I'm reaching out to you. You want me to refer you to another doctor. But before I refer you to another doctor, sir, I need to find out, like, what kind of plastic surgery you have in A, and B, what happened with Fuentes. Because my rule of thumb is, if you are out of the country and surgery is not going the way you want it to, pack your shit, come home, and, like, regroup. It may not, like, I don't condone jumping from one doctor to another because something happened with your doctor. That may be a sign to get your ass home and then, like, regroup. Hey, Miss Hale, I see you there. I hope you're doing well. So reach out to me, King Naji, so I can find out what's going on with you. Because I'm a little concerned. Yes, Rosalie girl, it has been a while. I have been going fucking crazy, so I'm not going to stay on long. Or what's the name of that girl that I follow on IG that I love her? She'd be like, I won't be before you long. I love that line. So I won't be before you long because Sister Girl is in St. Louis. I am here working for the month. And so first day of work is actually like on Tuesday, so I came in a little early so I can kick it because, I have the homies here. And y'all know I get wild in St. Louis. The last time I was here, my ass thought I caught COVID. I got back to New York, I had a cold, but turns out it's just from me just being out here living my best life. So I'm out here for the month, the entire month of June, and I don't go back home until, I believe, the first week of, like, July. I should be home, like, around July 4th, or right after July 4th. But before I leave, I want to talk about big dick energy. Y'all, I think, like, it never dawned on me that there are just men out here just thinking, I'm trying to rest this phone. Hold on, my phone number 2. It never dawned on me, but there are literally men out here, like, trying to, like, take advantage of, like, women. Hold on, I'm trying to rest this phone on something. Okay. My oh! Damn, Cindy. This phone has really horrible reception. Not reception, but color. Oh, there we go. Yes! Okay, finally. Yes, okay. Because I'm a hand talker. Okay. So, I met a guy. Because there's always some shit happening with me. So, I'm with Savon, so let me start the story right. What happened was, because this is how it is. And I like to fucking, and I'm going to keep it real with you guys, because I promise you, this situation is really, like, making me really evaluate myself for, like, the first time. Like, bitch, you need to check yourself, because I almost wrecked myself. Okay. So what had happened was, I'm with Savon, and odd but true, it's a motherfucking week today. Today is the week anniversary of what happened to me. So I'm in Harlem. Savon got her driver's license, as you guys know. She is like addicted to zip cars. So she's always renting a fucking zip car. So I ain't getting paid no time soon from Savon because she's busy renting the fucking zip cars, which is fine. Savon had some guy. Savon called me and she was like, oh, what's the name of that car wash? I was like, it's on 109th Street. She was like, I need to get the car wash. I was like, you fucking washing the zip car now? She's like, nah, bitch. I got some nigga's BMW from, you know, some little nigga she's fucking with. And I was like, what? And he was crazy enough to let you fucking take his car? Like, bitch, you're a new fucking driver. So I was on my bike, and Nino Brown, who's back in the picture, which is kind of weird, somewhat back in the picture. Yeah, no, he's, Nino Brown is back. He's talking to me again. So, Nino Brown was having my car detailed, so I was on my bike, just riding around Harlem on my bike. So Savon came, and she met up with me, and we decided, and she's on the block with me for a little while, because the niggas on the block, because everybody had been quarantining, and they hadn't seen her, and she's like about 3 months post-surgery right now. She wanted to go on the block with the niggas so she could show, you know, her poke out. So she comes, and everybody happened to notice her little poke out, so she's getting her little shine. So she was like, oh, bitch, I need to get something to eat. So my thought was, oh, let's go to Melba's. Melba's is a soul food place in Harlem. So Melba's have been like our thing recently. So, and you know, they have good soul food. Not like my ass need to be in some soul food, but we go to Melba. Actually, I have their Chilean sea bass. So we're at Melba's. And we get to Melba's, and we decided that we were going to take our food out because Savon had to go return this guy's BMW back in Jersey somewhere. So as we get there, this X6 BMW pulls up, black. I'm really paying the guy no mind that popped out of the car because I'm looking for the waiter 2 at, his name is 2. I'm looking for the waiter 2 at Melba's so he can take our order so we can go. Because I have to pick up my car soon. And as soon as my car gets ready, my car would be ready like at 5. And I know that the guy would have called Nino Brown and told Nino Brown that my car was ready. So I wanted to be available for that. So we're there when Savon was like, bitch, is it just me? Or do you need a panty liner too? I said, what do you mean? She said, bitch, don't look now, but this fucking nigga is fine as fuck. So I was like, where? And she was like, on the left, don't look. But I looked. And I was like, oh yeah. So he had Morris Chestnut vibes, except for he's taller and he was tatted. He even had tattoos, as they would say in Australia, like on his head. But he was fine. Body was right. Serving major big dick energy. Serving it. Big dick energy. So he's just looking. So I'm like, you know, it's really impolite to stare. He goes, oh yeah, you're right. It is impolite to stare. But I am stunned by your beauty. And I was like, mm-hmm. So 2 comes, and 2 is getting ready to take the order. And he was like, oh, it's going to be 3 orders, separate bags. So me and Savon looking like, okay, thank you, Zaddy. So he paid for the meal. Then what happens next? I don't know what happened next. I don't know how I got to the point of what's going to happen next. So next thing you know, I am in the car with him. We are driving to New Jersey. He lives in this building called the Alexander, which looks like the Venetian. Oh, I am lying! I forgot the best part of the fucking story. The best part, my bad. Rewind and come again, selector. So we get the food. Savon is on her way to Jersey so she can go and drop the car off to this dude. Him and I I was going to get on my bike, go pick up my car, and then go home and eat my food or bump into Nino Brown somewhere. New York, it's the summertime, so you have like your folding chair like in your car, and you just roll up on somebody's block, and then you sit in your folding chair and eat or whatever. So that was my plan. But instead, no. I decided to go eat with this dude. There is a hospital called St. Luke's, which is like, it used to be, St. Luke's Hospital, which is like near Columbia. And there's a church. I wish I could remember the name of this church. But it almost looks like a mini St. Patrick's Cathedral where it has stairs outside. So him and I were sitting outside of this church, and I'm wondering why he brings me to this church. So this is where the game begins. I don't know if you ladies have ever met a motherfucker that can talk you out your drawers. This is where this is going. So we are sitting out there, and he says to me, this is my special place. This is where I come, this is my sanctuary. This is where I come to find my peace. And I'm like, oh, that's really sweet that you come, to a church. I'm not a very, religious person. I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And he goes, no. So I asked him if he was religious. He was like, no, I really come here because, my mom passed in this hospital. And I was like, oh, sorry about your mom. Like, when did you lose your mother? He lost his mother, I would say within the last 4 to 6 months or something like that. And he talked about how his mother was cremated and that his niece has his mother. And I'm like, why don't you have your mother? Why aren't you scattering her ashes? And y'all know I'm not a fucking mother person. So, though I can feel, empathy for people, to me, that's not, really winning me over. So he's like, oh, let's go by the waterfront so we can have a drink. And I was like, sure, let's go by the waterfront to have a drink after we ate. So when we left, keep in mind, this brother opened car doors. He puts me in the car. He makes sure that I'm walking, on the inside. All the perfect shit. And I swear at the time, I did not realize that it was a con and that I was being set up. So now he wants to go to the waterfront to go have a drink. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. So I'm thinking waterfront New York. I should have been where? But I didn't, And I am a very spontaneous person. And for me, in my life, my spontaneity have taken me to places that I never, dreamed. So I don't care where anybody takes me. I have money. I will make my way home. Next thing you know, we're crossing the fucking George Washington Bridge. We're off to Jersey. So he's like, oh, this is the spot I'm going to take you. And this is Sojo Spa. My homegirl goes there. And I've been like, oh, this is where Sojo Spa is. Because I don't really, do anything like Jersey for real. And he was like, yeah, we should go. I'm going to make us, reservations to go. So I'm like, okay, this nigga's already making future plans. Okay, cute. But I am single. I'm out here. I'm open to, a relationship. And I think I'll get back to that part in a minute. So he's making, future plans with me of stuff that, we're going to do. And I am, eating it up. So next, we pulled into, this gorgeous building that reminds me of, the Venetian Hotel in Vegas. So I'm like, oh, we're having drinks here? He was like, no. He's like, I live here. Now I feel a little weird when a guy takes me to, his house. And especially now, y'all know, I'm not doing shit with new pussy. So we go to his house, and he wants to take a shower and change his clothes because he had just finished playing basketball when he had met me. And he was in, basketball outfit. So great. So I sat down. He's not a young dude. He's 50, but he looks like a young 50 like me. He's seriously a girl. Girl, he's pulling out all the fucking... Let me tell you. He was trying to red carpet his way right into my pussy, but he does not know about my $20,000 rule and new pussy. But let's move on. So he goes and he gets ready to like take his shower. Now he invited me to a tour of the apartment. The apartment was decorated lovely. It was super duper clean. The only issue that I had with his apartment was he did not have not one fucking hanger in that closet. But he had a whole lot of clothes. And there were lots of bags. Like at least 3 or 4 bags that had Gucci like shit in there. Gucci like he seemed like he just came back from the mall just this morning. Gucci, Saks, Louis Vuitton, brand new shit, still in boxes, bow tied up. All that shit was just thrown, jumbled in the fucking closet. But he is like the king of like labels. So he was like Cindy in man form. Like he was label from like head to toe. So together we looked like, okay, these two motherfuckers here are head to toe, like label down. Like I've never met a man who is as label conscious as I am, but he was just, but together we looked good. Now, have I mentioned how tall he is? He's like 6'5", 6'6", skinny and chocolate. More of his chestnut chocolate. So being 6'6" and tall like that, you know, that's where that big dick energy comes from. So he closes the door into the bathroom and I hear the shower, the water running. So I said to him, "Bae, like where is the thermostat? It's hot as fuck in here. I need some air." I don't know if a bitch is fucking premenopausal. I don't know if it's because I'm in the apartment of like this big dick nigga. I don't know what it is, but something is going on. Do y'all know how this motherfucker came out? He whips open the door. Butt ass naked. Dick right here, all the way down to his knee. Oh, babe, it's right here. And I'm like, oh, I'm not ready for all of that. And how do you come back from that? So he finishes his shower. He gets dressed. We go and we have the drinks. For some odd reason, we ended up back at his place again. Okay, just showing it off. Sounds like a new movie in. Okay, girl. So we're back at his apartment because the restaurant was like literally diagonally across the street. And I'm like, okay, what are we doing here? Like, get me back into the city. And then he does the unbelievable. He leaves the apartment and he leaves me there. He's just gone. He told me he had some business to go take care of real quick. And that he'll be right back. But he had left like, when we got to his house, he emptied out his pocket. He unfolded his big wad of money and just left it there. So me being nosy, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't a Jewish knot, which is technically $1 bills. It was a bunch of 50s and some 20s. It was all 50s and 20s. I didn't count it. I just kind of just, and then I just sat on the couch and I turned on the TV. And for some odd reason, like I end up falling asleep. I didn't realize like how long he was gone. I end up falling asleep. So he was like, you want me to take him to the city, or here's a t-shirt. You can have the bed, like I'll sleep on the couch. Yes, I'm still in DR. Okay. So, I ended up spending the night over there. And he was a total and complete gentleman. But the next morning, like he came and he tried to like plant a kiss on me. I was like, oh no, player. Like, to me, kissing is very intimate, and y'all know about the herpes situation, so I am very leery. And for me now, I'm just disgusted, like, by kissing. I need a, but, oh, did I mention that this guy had, like, perfect teeth? Like, his teeth were, like, fucking perfect. So I said to him, oh my God, you have amazing teeth. Like, who did your teeth? And he was like, oh, these are from God. These are not veneers. And I was like, okay, whatever. But I wasn't going to argue with him. So I just kind of left it alone. But he had perfect teeth. So he came and he tried to, like, kiss me. But that morning he had toothbrush and everything ready, set for me. Like, he is just, like, the crib was just ready for a woman coming in. He had, like, facial moisturizing Dove, if I want to do that, and moisturizer, like, every fucking thing. So he sends me, but we go back into, so he drives me back into the city after I'd taken a shower and brushed my teeth. I got a t-shirt from him. Excuse me. We drive him back into the city. We stop and we have breakfast. Then he calls me. We have lunch that evening. No, yeah, like a late lunch, early dinner. Late lunch, early dinner. He pulls out this envelope out of, like, his man bag, his Gucci, you know, fanny pack man bag, and started talking about how this $5,000, this $8,000 in child support. He's very money hungry, and I got a quote one pricing. Okay. So he is talking about this $8,000 that he has to give this ex-wife of his. But at the time, I did not realize it was the ex-wife, but he's got this child support situation. So now, beyond my better judgment, I decided that, okay, let me start asking questions. So I find out she's Puerto Rican. She's not an Afro-Latina. She's a white, fair-skinned Puerto Rican. She has his last name. They have 2 kids together. She has, I think, 2 kids. One with a Dominican guy, one with a Puerto Rican guy before his. So she's got a Dominican baby, a Puerto Rican baby. She's Puerto Rican, and then 2 black babies. They've been divorced since 2015. She still has his last name. But she has him on child support. And my thing is, like, that shit don't even make sense. So let's make this make sense real quick. So this is a woman that you are married to. She still carries your last name. And she has you on child support. And you are $8,000 back on child support with this woman. I don't recall if he has other children or if this is the only baby mama. But apparently, when he was doing, the demise of the relationship came when he returned home from federal prison or some shit. Yeah, it was federal prison. Apparently she had, like, fucked a couple of, like, his homeboys or some shit. But he keeps bringing up this $8,000 that he has to give this woman. So finally I excused myself from the situation, and then it dawned on me. And then I got, like, a little fucking annoyed. So he called me later on that evening, and he's bringing up the fucking $8,000 again. Like, yo, nigga, like, why am I having this conversation? I'm not your fucking baby mother. I don't have fucking children. I don't give a shit about your fucking child support. Why are we having this conversation? But I know why we're having this conversation. He's doing this to gain some sort of, like, empathy from me so that I will insinuate myself in this conversation, in this situation, and help him. So now I have lost my mind, and I said to him, you know, I am really, really offended by you black men. And I let him have it. And this is what I said to him. I said, you guys have a way of having your preferences. Absolutely not. Okay? You have a way of having your fucking preferences. So your preferences aren't black women. Your preferences aren't, you know, Afro-Latina women. Your preferences are white women. You could have gotten, if skin color was a thing for you, if you're a colorist, you could have gotten a black woman that looks so high yellow, practically white. But instead, no, you have your preferences where you feel like, ooh, let me get a Dominican girl or like a Puerto Rican girl, especially in New York, because we don't differentiate between a Dominican, Puerto Rican, and a black girl. We're all women of color. But ever since this whole thing of the shit that went down with, what's her name? What's the name of that fucking Puerto Rican girl? Oh, Sin Santana. That talked about how black men put Latina women on a pedestal like, oh, as a matter of fact, they fucking do. But you don't really like think about it, because like in New York, there really is not a difference between a black girl, a Puerto Rican girl, and a Dominican girl. Like, when you're talking to them, if you're talking to like any of my Dominican friends on the phone, there's no difference between them. Like, oh my God, bitch, let me tell you what happened with this nigga last night. There's no difference between me talking to her than me talking to one of my black girlfriends, right? Everybody sounds the same. Everyone says the same shit. Like, it's like no big thing. But it wasn't until Sin Santana mentioned about like black men that I realized, like, black men do not want to procreate with black women. But the minute they get into fucking shit with these fucking Spanish chicks, like they want to go to like a black girl to clean them, to get them out of that shit. When for me, okay, not even like an Afro-Latina was not good enough for you. Like, you just have your preference, and now you want a black girl to help you get through the shit that you're going through with your preference. So I had this whole entire conversation with him, and he was like, oh, that's not true, blah, blah, blah. No, nigga, it is. So I asked him, her two fucking baby fathers that she had, the two kids, are their fathers on fucking child support? He took forever to answer, and I said, no, they're not. Because Latina women do not put their men on child support. And there is a reason why I don't date Latin boys, and the real reason why I don't date Latino boys, other than the fact that they're mama's boys, most of them are not uncircumcised, and I cannot peel back that banana. It's, to me, Latino boys don't have, financially, they don't have the kind of money I need my man to have. And the ones that do wouldn't date me because I'm too dark. So I don't do Latin boys for like those reasons. But Latina girls know that like black guys have this, ooh, let me get a Latina girl and she's good. Like, no black girl, she's not a white girl, so nobody's going to say nothing bad about it, which is the truth, right? But they have their preferences. And then, but the Latina girls know that sometimes with them niggas, that's where the money reside. And because he worships her so much, he will make sure, it's like the same as what Safari said when his baby with Erica was coming. Oh, I hope I hope the baby have Erica's here. Like, really, nigga? Like, of all the things that you say, this is what you say? So now here this brother is. He's coming to me. I don't have no fucking kids. You weren't married to me. You didn't make this. You took a baby mama, made her a wife, gave her your name, and then now you're coming to a sister and telling her about your fucking child support situation. So after I went the fuck off on him, he went the fuck off on me, and I put his ass on mute because at the time I was talking to my girlfriend Ricky, and I didn't want to hear a motherfucking word he had to say. Because just the fact that he was defending the situation, it was proof to me that he wanted me to insinuate myself into his shit. So I let a day go by, and I was like, oh, hey. That was day 2. So I let day 3 go by. Day 4, I'm talking to my friend Rakia about him. And I happened to mention it. She was like, wait. She was like, you have a picture of this nigga? I said, yeah, somewhat, because I was driving his BMW, because when he drove me back to the city, I drove us back in. And he had fallen asleep in the car, and I had taken a picture of him. Not like a full picture, but like a half of like face with his, like enough for you to see his face. So Rakia looked at the picture, and Rakia was like, wait a minute. Does this nigga have tattoos like on his head? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, what? Can he dress his ass off? And I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, girl. This motherfucker give big dick energy. And I was like, yes, he does. So she happened to mention how he had rolled up in her business in the Bronx. And he was trying to get her business. He wanted her business location. So he was trying to get the business away from her. I never got the full story. But he was trying to get her business like location at one point. But she also knew that he drove a fucking BMW X6. So this must have been recently because the car still looks brand new. But she was like, so I was telling her like, yo, this nigga like have major like big dick energy, and she agreed. And then I was like, yo, he's probably saying, I'm like, he's coming to me like he wants me to help him pay his fucking child support. And then I told her the whole shit about the preference shit. But then she was like, yo, that nigga get money. So for her to tell me that, like, okay. So then now, it made me think of, at the end of the conversation, his rant, where he was ranting about, he says to me, yo, you know, if you had helped me or whatever you do for me, like, you're going to get your money back and plus. I had no doubt in my mind that I would have gotten my money back plus. So if I'd given him whatever amount of money, he was going to give me back the money with interest. So after talking to Rakia, I felt bad because I'm always questioning myself. And I'm always like, Cindy, you got shit with you. Everybody got shit with them. And it made me really like question, like, you know, maybe you're being a little too hasty. Maybe you shouldn't be so judgy. Maybe this might be the fucking reason why you're fucking single, bitch. Because like, everybody come with something, right? So if you know what the shit is, at least you know, like, you can deal with it. And I'd much rather deal with that, of course, than fucking herpes. So I'm getting better. So I decided to call him. And I sent him a text message, and I was like, yo, what's good? I haven't heard from you, stranger. Like, what's up? What's up? So he was like, oh, wow, that's so weird that you call me, because guess where I am? I'm like, where are you? He's like, I'm at Malby's. So I said, stay right there. I'm on the way. So as usual, I'm on my bike because I stopped at my friend Rakia so I can pick up that ISO tea shit. So I rode my bike to go see him at Melba's. He's sitting there. He's having his usual fried chicken with collard greens and candy yams. He's making phone calls. Phone calls are coming in, and these are all impressive phone calls. So he asked me if I wanted to get something to eat. I said no, because I was like, yo, nigga, you can't afford this shit. You got fucking back child support. So I ordered me an iced tea. And then I asked the girl for some pineapple upside down cake. But she gave me the cake for fucking free. His bill came. The bill was $55. He whipped out his money. Girl, that was day 4. Today is 1 week. Today, Saturday, is officially 1 week. Or last night. Yeah, last night. Like right now, it's the week anniversary. Last night was technically the week anniversary. So the girl comes with the cake. The bill comes. The bill is $55, $56, something like that. He gave this woman $24 on a $57 check. And my thing, like, yo, I know you don't have the fucking money, but here you are trying to be fat pocket, big dick Willie, and balling out with some shit that you can't even technically afford. So I'm on the bike. We're getting ready to go. And he was like, oh, ride me to my car. I said, I can't ride you on my back to my car. You're going to break my basket. But I'm riding him to the car. I'm on the inside again. He's still being the consummate protector. Sidebar real quick. Part of the conversation that he was having, because I should really blame Savon for this, because the nigga was talking about like how, yo, I take care of my lady. I believe in being a man. You know, my lady just, you know, she gonna have the money at the first of the month to pay all the fucking bills. And he was selling that fucking dollar and a fucking dream. But there he was, complaining to me about this shit. So now we're riding to his car. We cross the street. I didn't see his little BMW anywhere. But we pulled up right next to this white Lexus. 2021 white Lexus. BBS rims, fully loaded. And I said, oh, whose car is this? He goes, baby, everything you see me with is mine. Oh, okay. So you have these fucking cars, but you can't afford the fucking $8,000 child support? This is what I'm really thinking in my head. And boom, that's when it happens. He brings it up again. So finally I said, so really, dude, you really expect me to give you practically $10,000? So he was like, nah, I don't need fucking $10,000. What would make you think it was $10,000? I don't need $10,000. So now I'm seeing the fucking hustle. You know, all I need is like 15. If I have 1,500, like, yo, like, I'll be good. I got to get this lawyer, and the lawyer got to put this paperwork in, and blah, 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 blah. So now the money's not to her, for her. The money's so that he can get the fucking lawyer. Get in my bike, and I'm leaving. But before I left, he let me know, all jokes aside, no matter what you give me, I will pay you back with interest. So then I called another friend of mine. I can't think of who I'll call right now. But she was like, it's only 1,500. Like, I'm sure the nigga gonna give it back to you with interest. So I went to go pick up a t-shirt because I wanted to get a Harlem born and bred t-shirt from this girl that I had bumped into who sell t-shirts. So I go pick up my t-shirt and I'm in my car and driving, and he's calling me and calling me and calling me and calling me and trying to pressure me for this 1,500. And I seriously, y'all, contemplated giving this nigga the fucking $1,500. I was on my way to motherfucking TD Bank, and I said to him, you won't be able to have a real relationship. You can business. Yeah, right. I'm in the car. He's calling me. I was like, okay, whatever. I need to find a TD Bank. He goes like, where are you? I was like, I'm on 29th Street. Yo, he was like, yo, there's a TD Bank right over there. I was like, right next to Whole Foods. Like this, I could have said, yo, I'm looking for ABC XYZ Bank, and that nigga would have exactly told me where it was. I could have made up a bank, and he would have had an address. So you want me to meet you there? You want me to meet you there? You want me to meet you there? Now, like, the 3-card Monty shit is coming in. I want to, but my spirit did not feel right. Because let me tell y'all, in 50 fucking years of on God's green earth, I have never in my life ever had to give a man money. He got the PPP. That nigga sure did, but he probably did not spend that shit right. Right, he bought cars. And all the fucking material, Gucci, Chanel shit. Louis Vuitton shit. But my spirit did not feel right giving this guy like any money. So I texted him and I was like, yo, don't come and meet me at fucking TD Bank, because like tomorrow I am going to hate myself, and I do not That is not something that I do to myself. Allow myself to be angry with myself or disappointed in myself. I've made it this far in my life, like, pretty sane. I'm fucking crazy, but, you know, I'm undiagnosed crazy. So I've made it thus far in my life, following my instincts and following my heart. And every time I don't, I end up finding myself in some shit that could have been unavoidable had I just trust my instincts. So I blocked his number. Then the next day, I had to get up and made a 15-hour drive to St. Louis, where I am now. And within that 15-hour drive to St. Louis, I had a lot of time to think about, like, myself and, like, the energy that I'm giving off. Like, am I giving off, I'm a sucker? Am I giving off, I'm desperate? Like, what is it about me that made this man think that he can just prey on me? So I called Nikki, and I was telling Nikki, like, what was going on. And I was telling Keisha Ann what was going on, too. But Nikki was just like, you're just a naturally, like, given person. So for you, it's really, like, not that you're a sucker. You're just a giver. And that is really one of the things that I would change about myself if I could. Because I think, like, I insinuate myself in people's issues, and I always want to be, like, helpful, when I should just, like, walk away and, like, not get involved. But for some odd reason, I can't always do that. And I don't know if it's the fact that because, like, I don't have a family and I'm literally, like, navigating this life by myself, and because I haven't had a family, like, and I've made it thus, and I've made it, you know, this far in my life relatively, you know, intact. And my life could have been shit. But let me be honest, I have an incredible life. And I just recently realized that. And I think, and I haven't done it alone. It's always been strangers that have, like, had my back and have carried me through. It's like my relationship here in St. Louis. A boy brought me here, a football player that I was with for 12 years. I've told the story many times. IG people don't know the story because, like, you guys are new to me. But one of my closest friends here, Janelle, is a girl that I met when I was, like, at one of the lowest points of, like, my life. And she's a total stranger that, like, opened her home to me, was just very nice to me. And her and I have been friends for 25 years. And what I like about Janelle, because I have done it, like, I would leave, I'm back in New York, I'm living my life. I love doing my disappearing act because I like getting myself back together. And if I don't talk to Janelle for fucking 5 years, and I call her 5 years from now and I'm like, yo, bitch, this is the situation, Janelle will be like, girl, pack up your shit, come to St. Louis, I got you. My house ain't as fly as the fly shit that you are accustomed to living in. I'm still in the fucking hood, but I have food, we got running water, and you're gonna be good. So, bitch, come on. That's her. And if I have to cry, I will cry. If she have to pick me up off the ground, she'll pick me up off the ground. If she have to fucking bathe me and wipe my ass, she will do it. No questions asked. She will not be mad at me because I disappeared for 5 years or 10 years or whatever it may be. She's just going to just be my friend and love me and give me what I need and put me back together. And then I'll leave and she's like, okay, you're going to go? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay, I'm glad you're good. Girl, this is your house. This is your home. Whenever you need it, I'm here. No questions asked. And ask for nothing in fucking return. And that's how that's why, like, when I come to St. Louis, if anybody who sees me, like, on my regular IG, I'm doing a lot of hood shit. Because that's where my bitch is. But because of my friendship with her and for all the other people in my life that have carried me through one adversity after another, I think, like, when I meet people who, like, need help, like, I'm always open to helping them. But this wasn't help. This was a con. And this one, like, really had me questioning myself. Like, what is it about me that would have made this person feel that he can treat me like that and he can con me like that? And if I had let him, he would have fucked me. But luckily, new pussy don't work like that no more. Not like new pussy, not like old pussy ever did. But new pussy really don't work like that. But yeah, but the entire way here, it really made me think about what I was giving off. The energy that I'm giving off and why he felt like he could have treated me like that. Now, and that's going to bother me for a little while. Because that's something that I really need to, like, examine about myself. And I don't like that shit. Because now this is some new shit. I'm in uncharted territories. But there are men out there preying on, like, women. Did he think that I was... Because he know my age. Normally, I did not do the, I'm 25. I told him I was 50. Did he really think that I was, like, desperate? Which I'm not. Like, I've decided that I really do like being single. Like, I am comfortable. Like, I am not one of those people who, like, need a guy. I don't even want one in my house. I have Partisi sheets. They're $1,300 for a fucking set. I don't even want to clean out I don't even want a guy in my fucking sheets. But yeah, but that was what had happened to me. He was probably just going off of your appearance. Probably. So that you were well off and trying. Yeah. And I really believe that, like, this is what he does. Like, he is one of those guys that, like, prey on women. But then I always say, like, a lot of men don't have to step to the plate anymore because women are taking care of these motherfuckers. And that's not me. I'm still very old-fashioned. I believe a man should be a fucking protector and a provider. And I've never dated a man, like I said, in fucking 50 years that I had to give money to. Or the one that I did give money to was the one who ended up being the ball player that brought me here to St. Louis. And he was worth it. So yeah, so that situation was kind of fucking crazy. So that's what's been happening with me. Fax men now are trying to come. Yeah, they are. So that's what's going on with me. That's what happened to me this week. But yeah, crazy, insane. And I'm still very shocked that I had put myself in that position. Like, this nigga had me calling Savon, asking Savon. I said to Savon, like, yo, could you believe husband is asking me for fucking money? So Savon was like, bitch, what? We haven't even known him a week yet. And if he tries to get any fucking money out of you, then you can't tell me shit about men, because I won't listen to a motherfucking thing you said, because that's rule fucking number 1 for you, and you are questioning your rule number 1? He literally had me questioning. Like, I seriously fucking contemplated this shit. Had he not been like, should I meet you at the bank? Should I meet you at the bank? Should I meet you at the bank? I would have been out of fucking $1,500. But, and I also figured out the fucking con on my way here. Because I excuse me, if it wasn't for my accident that I had 2012 or 2014, when I had that flipping car accident, if it was not for my accident, I wouldn't be so in tune with my instincts. It was an accident briefly. I was in an accident. I knew that I was going to be I had a premonition that I was going to be in a flipping car accident. And I was literally in a flipping car accident. But I knew I would be fine. And ever since then, I'm like, that voice in the back of you, that's nothing but God. Whether I want to give him credit for that shit or not, like I said, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. And ever since then, I have been very in tune with me listening to that voice. You know that voice. We've all heard it. And my spirit was like, bitch. I literally was having an out-of-body experience in my car, driving, going to the bank. And my body was over here saying, wait a minute, who the fuck are you? Like, Cindy, where you at, bitch? Hello, Cindy. Like, my body, like, I was literally, like, in my car, like, having a fucking, like, shit fit with myself. Like, my spirit was over here in this seat, choking the shit out of me. Like, bitch, what the fuck is you doing, ho? And I know that had I given him the $1,500, he probably would have given me $2,000 back. And that $2,000 would have led to maybe bigger money. Maybe he would have asked me for like $2,000 or maybe $2,500, and he probably would have given me back $3,000. And then he would have asked me for something big like $5,000. I may or may not have gotten that back. But you know how they like do that, where they ask you for small money, they give it back to you small money until it gets big, and then you don't get the big money back because now there's trust. You don't give up the fucking pussy and blah, blah, blah. Oh, I forgot. He had the audacity to remind me that, listen, I took you to my safe place, to like where I go and be with my mother. Like, that whole shit was a part of the fucking con. That whole shit was a part of the fucking con. Anyone that makes you question yourself in that way is not a good person to have around. No shit. Thank you, Tosh. So I literally had to like block his ass off my phone. I'm so glad that you didn't give it up, because girl, I would have hated myself had I given that nigga my money. I would have hated myself. I think, hey, Miss Brooke, how are you? I think that you have an open heart. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, girl. But I've never, like, seriously, like, having a guy ask me for money is literally like uncharted territories for me. Hold on, y'all. The phone is, okay, yeah. Having a guy, hold on. The sunlight. Oh, you know what? I can put this right here. Nope, it ain't gonna work. Having a guy ask me for money is like literally like uncharted territories. Like, I've never, like, I honestly did not know like how to handle that situation. Like, I did not. And just the idea that it happened to me. So now, knowing me, I'm going to go right back into my shell. And I am going to be like, yo, these niggas ain't shit out here. They're trying to give you fucking herpes. They're trying to get you for your money. Because my big thing about the $1,500 too was $1,500 ain't shit. Like, to me, giving him $1,500 would be like losing like $100. But I'm glad that my money is in the bank where it should be. And yeah, that's the recent episode of Cindy. And this type of shit can only happen to me. So here I am now in uncharted territories when it comes to men. But I'm grateful for the experience. I'm glad that I left my money in motherfucking TD Bank. And that's it. I survived another one of my drama. So, yeah. As usual, like surgery, all my pain is self-inflicting. But I'm glad that I made this through. So, that's it. I'm going to go to St. Louis to the Ghetto Club because happy hour started in St. Louis at 8 o'clock this morning. Because these motherfuckers wake up to a drink. And the weather here is like fucking shitty. And I start my first day of work on Tuesday. So I came in early so I can hang out and do some ghetto shit. And enjoy St. Louis before I start working. And then, we're going to talk Carter May. Next, it's time for me to go and get my jawline back. I'm really excited. That's happening in July. So as soon as, I won't be on at all in June because my work schedule is like really hectic. I'm working 6 days a week. I decided I was going to do 4, and then I was like, fuck it, let me do 6. Because I cannot be responsible for myself in St. Louis, and all these motherfuckers do is drink. So I'm not doing that shit. So I decided I was going to work 6 days a week. And then rest on Sunday. And then this is my last party week. My last party weekend. And then I'm just going to like work and then go home. And, and get ready to go to Mexico in July. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go and do my face neck lift at Carter May in Mexico before or after my birthday. Because I still have to go to Atlanta to get my weave done. Ooh, which reminds me, let me make my appointment now because I think that girl's July calendar open up. But either way, yeah. Or I might just get my hair done here in St. Louis before I leave. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so that's it, y'all. That's what's happening. My life. So, that's it. So I'm out. You guys take care of yourself. Thank you for bearing with me. That girl's, my friend, Shannon, who lost her cousin, her death is not being reported on any of the surgery groups yet. But she's being buried like on Tuesday. But she died from blood clots. So if you're going to go to Miami and have surgery, let me end that with surgery in Miami. I don't know why they're not offering you guys the heparin shots. Because like I said, Savon never took a heparin shot. She didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about. So if you're having surgery in Miami and they don't offer you the heparin shots, maybe you should ask them for it just as a precaution. Because if you're having headache, you're having chest pains, if your leg hurts, you can't walk, your back, your stomach, all that could be a sign that you are forming blood clots in your body. So that girl's death could have been preventable. I hope her family sues. And, but, I mean, what's suing? Like, you're not going to get your life back. So that's it, y'all. I'm out of here. And, anyone that, yeah, I'm out of here. So you guys have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. The only meals I give my money to is my son and a cashier. I know that's right. You definitely ain't out here. You definitely ain't out here. I am in they definitely ain't out here in St. Louis. Are you in St. Louis, Christine? Shit, they got some con niggas out here in St. Louis. Stay safe. Because St. Louis, let me see what's in St. Louis. What do I think about the men in St. Louis? If you're in St. Louis, I am literally doing this live from in front of Crown Candy. I love me some Crown Candy. The men, what's my thought about the men in St. Louis? I think the men in St. Louis are ghetto as fuck. Yes, I'm out here. I'm saying that the good ones ain't out here. Okay, girl. Wait a minute. So, Christine, I don't know how old you are, but have you been to Fahrenheit? Because that's where the money resides. That's where I'm going to be tonight. Me and my girls, we're going to Fahrenheit. Because oh, shit. Let me call Janelle. I need to get my fucking dress. The money is definitely in Fahrenheit. That's where the money resides. So if you haven't been to Club Fahrenheit, that's where it's at. That parking lot is filled with cars that I have not seen like in St. Louis. Like, and the thing about like St. Louis is like this city is so it's so segregated. Like if you're in the city, you go to the hood bars in the city. If you live in North County, then you just go to Fahrenheit and you go to bars in North County. And then South, forget about it. That might be too white for black people. Or the scattered blacks that are over there, stay over there. I'm 41 and I'm 6 weeks post out, but once I'm there. Okay? Girl, put that damn... First of all, Christine, people here, where are you getting your massages here? Because the lady who did my, who's doing my, my alterations, I was like, oh, I have to bring you my faja so you can take my faja in. She was like, what's that? I was like, it's post-surgical garment. She was like, what? I was like, girl, it's like a girdle. She was like, okay. But, yeah, I don't even know how you're handling your post-surgery care here because people here don't even seem to know. So funny. I should start doing fucking lymphatic massages because a lot of bitches out here go get their surgery done. Because a lot of them are snatched out here. But I'm like, where are you getting your fucking post-op care? So funny. But yes, go to Fahrenheit. Because that's where it's at. But if you want to come out, girl, you don't have to drink. This is St. Louis. You can have the papaya blend juice. But put your damn faja on and no one will care, girl. Just put... I would wear my faja as like a shirt, as like shorts, and just put on like a linen shirt and tie it. Motherfuckers will not know the fucking difference. Because St. Louis got so much shit going on and people don't even know half of it. And I don't really think that. St. Louis is one of those... This show me state don't give a fuck if you're showing them, like for real. So, I love St. Louis though. This town is fucking insane. I'm gonna inbox you, please, because I'm gonna inbox you my massage place. Yes, St. Louis is fucking insane. So yeah, so that's it. Good, please, because I have a friend here who's about to get surgery and she's gonna need to get her shit together. But yeah. Oh, and my lashes. My lash girl, she banged out my lashes. The funny thing is, my lashes is too ghetto for work in New York, but in St. Louis, these lashes are perfect. See that? My lashes are perfect for St. Louis. Not perfect for New York. Everyone in New York is like, oh my God, you got so much lashes. But in St. Louis, everybody loved this ghetto shit. So I am right on time. So my whole month of June, my lashes, and she made them thick. And this is the first time I've ever had lashes where one has not fallen out. I promise you. Like, all the lashes are still here. My girl, hello, Lash Barbie in Brooklyn. But, yeah. So, I'm out. Yeah, Chris, inbox me because I will be here in our city. Because, shit, this was my shit, too. I lived in Chesterfield for 10 years. So, yeah, I'm out here. I'm kicking it. And I'm actually staying in West County. I'm in Creve Coeur right now. And there's so much like business opportunities here. I'm actually thinking of doing something here, so I won't be surprised if I'm going to be here often. Have you booked your surgery date? Yes. So my surgery date is still with Dr. Peralta on the 12th of November. Bye, girl. I'm gonna inbox you. Yes. Okay, so that's it, you guys. I'm out. But yes, Brooke, I have my surgery date is November 12th. That's when I'm gonna have my surgery. If I change my mind, I'll let you know. What's up, Bimbolina? Guess where I am? You probably can't read that. It says Crown Candy. Yes, I'm in St. Louis. Yeah. So so you guys, I'm gonna go. Bimbolina, call me. So I'm going to go and we'll talk later. Have a good one. Bye, y'all. Bimbolina, call me, girl. Because that would be weird if you're in St. Louis too. But call me. I've been meaning to call you, but I haven't gotten